Now I'm going to show you how to remove the bearings after I moved the wheel hub. To see how I got to that point, that's what I got on a BMW X5 4.4 liter V8. You can watch my other YouTubes that will show you how I took the CVXL out. As you can see, it's not there, and you can't see the shaft from here. And you can see how I took the wheel hub. But after I took the wheel hub and took the CVXL, that's where I'm at right now. And I'm going to take the bearings out. Actually, that's not how you usually see the bearings. That's some of the seals that came off when I took the wheel hub out. So just took it out. Now I'm right here, and as you can see, there is a little clip that's holding it inside. Of course, it's with pressure in. You can't just move the seal and it's going to come out. I'm going to move that seal. A mosquito is trying to bite me. Let me kill the mosquito real quick. I gotcha. Here's the mosquito in my hand. Don't mess with me. Anyway, back to the bearings. So I'm going to move this one real quick. And then I'll show you how to move the rest of the wheel bearings. Alright, this is the clip. I got it out. It's inside. And I can tell you that there is nothing on this car that goes easy. Being a mechanic, it's not an easy job. I got it out. I had to fight with that few moments. On the camera it looks like I just had it in and here it is out. But nope, I had special pliers that the holes went inside here and it bended it inside. But man, this is a tough one to get out. So there is nothing actually that goes easy in this car. If you work hard and it seems like nothing goes right, just be patient, you're gonna get it. This is the bearing tool that I got at Harbor Freight. I used it already a couple of times. I'm gonna use it again today. I'll show you which one is going in. Probably this one. Nope, the other one. It's gonna be here. And then I'm gonna pry the bearings through that on the other side. The outside doesn't really matter if it's flashed. The inside matters because the bearings are gonna go through that. So you don't want the bearings to get stuck in that when you start to pull them out from the other side. In 2 seconds I'll set it up. Basically goes this one here. This one will go on one side. You plug that with the right size. This is not going to be the right size, but I think that this one probably the right size. Okay, yeah, that's gonna work good. The bolt is gonna go in from this side, or actually from the other side. The bolt gonna hold whichever one of them is gonna fit on the other side on the bearing, and this one that you put on the other side comes from the back. You gotta make sure it goes through, because it's going to push the whole bearings and bring it towards you. This is the setup that I showed you. This one fits on top of the wheel housing. This one, I'm going to turn it inside, and as I turn it, it will pull the bearings from the other side towards this side. That's when I lock the bearings on the back. See, and you got to make sure, I'm going to check it in a second, but you got to make sure that you're not having this section here touching the speed sensor on the other side. Let me try to see if we can see it from the other side. There is a speed sensor right here. See this one? That's a speed sensor. So you got to make sure that it doesn't touch the speed sensor, and you got to make sure it's clear. Otherwise you can pull for hours and this not going to move, and you're going to break that bolt inside before you can move anything. So all of that got to be very smooth and slowly. If you want to use some DW40 or something to lubricate it while it's coming out, you can do that. If not, just start to turn it a little bit until it's coming out. About halfway through, yeah, well, maybe halfway, maybe less than halfway. But it's not going easy. I had to take my impact wrench that I got from Harbor Freight. If I'll tell you how much I paid for that, you wouldn't believe. But anyway, I had to take that and keep on beating on that like that. Let me show you. And it slowly goes. Not very fast, but it's getting it out like that. And in between, I'm spraying a little bit DW40 and letting it cool down for a couple of seconds, and then I continue. I'll show you in a second when it's out. Phew, wow, I can tell you that it's not easy, it's really in there. But as you can see, almost done, almost got it out. It's a long fight, it's really not easy to get it out. It's in pressure, but it's patient, time and effort. A smart man said one time, if you got the tools and you got the knowledge, everything is easy. I don't think he ever took a wheel bearing out. Anyway, I'll keep on working on that. I'll see in a few moments if I got it out. Okay, almost halfway through. Here's everything that is out already. This is already falling. Oh, here it is. So this is out. Obviously you see that that wasn't good. Still have put a bunch of DW40 to try and smooth it out a little. Probably the BMW dealership gotta have some other way how they take it out. It's probably they got a shop price or something like that they can just press it out 20-time price, because this is not going easy by any means. I'm working with this torque with the impact wrench, and it's hot. I gotta take 2 minutes break, let it cool down before I burn it. But hopefully the next 20 minutes should be out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is out. God almighty, it wasn't easy, I have to say that. But it came out. Here is the speed sensor right here, and in view of the speed sensor. Be careful for that. When you put it back, you gotta make sure that after you put the axle, the wheel hub, everything, assembling everything back together, you gotta make sure it's flashing and not coming out, because that will get damaged. Now this is the tool with the wheel hub. Let's move that. Finally, it just came loose. Here is the bearings, not the wheel hub. Here are the bearings. I'm gonna have to replace the bearings, so I'll get new ones. And let's see if I can open it in one hand. Maybe one hand and 1 foot. Nope. I'm gonna have to take the tool and open it. Alright, but anyway, to the point. This is the bearing. We pushed it out. We got it out. It's damaged. That's what was making the ticking noise. I'm gonna clean that before. I'll make a little clip on putting it back in. Show you how to put it back in. But the bearing is out. So if I can do it, you can do it. Go for it. Okay, just to recap what I've done the past 24 hours. I took the axle out. This is driver's side on a BMW X5. It's a 2000. It's a prior to March of 2000 manufacturer date, and it's important because after March of 2000 they started a different production line that had different parts on the car. I don't remember if in 2000 or 2001 the factory moved to North Carolina, but 2000 prior to March was manufactured in Germany. So these are parts that were manufactured in Germany. But this is the axle. This is the CV joint, axle joint. I took everything out, I inspected everything. I didn't find anything that would show me that the axle itself is not good after I took it out. So I figured it might be the bearings, and when I took the bearings out, I saw that it was stored inside. It wasn't in a good shape. So I'm going to re-grease inside the boots, put everything back together on the axle, and use the exactly same one. This is the nut that holding the axle. The bearing sitting on top of that, on top of the wheel hub. and it slides inside the wheel. And what holds all of that together is this nut here. Of course, beside the compression, this one goes through here. I don't want to put it in because I'm going to have to take it out anyway. But the nut goes over here and locks it inside. So these are the bearings, wheel hub, the axle nut, the axle, and this is the car without all of that. On the next movie, I will show you how I assemble everything back together. Okay, so if you have any comment or any question or anything, just write it down and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.